Hello there, and welcome to video number 115. This video is on percentage of a quantity. So we're finding out a given percentage of a given quantity. Okay. Now, the keywords here are percent and quantity. So percent literally means out of 100. Per means out of, cent means 100. And quantity is an amount of something. Okay. Now, method states, to work out a percentage of a quantity using a calculator, you can use a few different methods. The easiest, in my opinion, is to use the percentage button. Press the number, then the percent button, and then multiply by the quantity. All right. A good thing to remember in this is that of, in the words of the question words, of means multiply. All right. To do it without a calculator, you need to divide by 10 to find 10%, 100 to find 1%. Those are two key things that you need to know how to do. Using those, you can find any percentage of any quantity, but it may take you some time. All right, so it's useful to learn some other ones as well, like 50%, 25%, 75%, and so on. All right, but 10% and 1%, they're the ones that are the key ones. All right, add your answers to get the desired percentage, basically. So in the first question, I think it's the easier thing to do is use the calculator. So we will do that. We've got some awkward percentages of some awkward amounts. All right. Let's bring the calculator in, and we will do number 1A. So 13%. So you press the number 13. Press Shift, and then this bracket button gives you the percent because it's in the yellow. So everything yellow you want, you press Shift. So you get 13. Of means multiply. So press the multiply button, and then 12. Literally it. And if 12 actually appears on the screen, there we go, we get the answer. So 1.56 is the answer to that. So 1.56. Now, the calculation that you've written down there is 13% multiplied by 12. All right, that is what you would write down if you had to write anything down at all. All right, so 45% multiplied by 67. That's literally all we're going to type into the calculator. You don't have to worry about these things. You just have to type numbers in. And I think that's just absolutely fine. That's why I think this is the easiest method. 45% multiplied by 67. Just don't forget the percent button, because if you do, you're just going to get a big number, aren't you? And if you do get a big number, then you know you've done something wrong. So 30.15 is that answer. And then this one, no different. 12.5% multiplied by 1892. Just showing you can do it with all sorts of numbers, even decimal numbers. So you can get parts of percentages, 12.5. Shift percent multiplied by 1892 equals 236.5. 236.5. Done. Okay, we've found those quantities of those percentages of those quantities. All right. Now, got to use a non-calculator method to find these three answers. First of all, easiest thing to do, 10%. 10% is just dividing by 10. So we're going to take 930, we're going to divide by 10, and that's just knocking a 0 off if there is a 0, or it's just moving the decimal place back one space. All right, so that is equal to 93. All right, this one we're going to do, a lot of people would make mistakes on this one. Every time I teach this, how'd you find 10%? Divide by 10. How'd you find 1%? You divide by 1. That doesn't make any sense because that would give you the same thing. You would divide by 100. All right, that's what we do here. Okay, don't have an answer space for this one, so I'll just draw one in. For some reason there wasn't one there. So we're going to divide by 100, and that just means moving the decimal place back 2 spaces. All right, boom, boom. So 9.3. There you go. Now, if we wanted 11% of that quantity, we could just add these two numbers together, and we've got 11%. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Now we're going to do 37% of 930. So same quantity. All right. We already know what 10% is. All right. So 10%. This is the safest way that you could do this. 10% is 93. Another 10% is another 93. Another 10% is another 93. All right, so if we add all of those up, we've got 30%. I know we haven't got 37% yet, but there you go. 333 is 9, and then 999 is 27. All right, so 279 is what 30% is. Now we want 7%, so we want 1%. And how many of those do we want? We want 7 of those. All right, I'm not going to write that out 7 times. That's just 9.3. And maybe I'm going to write it out 7 times. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just write it out 7 times. Squeeze another one in there. 1%, 9.3, 1%, 9.3, 1%, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know what I can do. Just get rid of some of that. There we go. No need to muck about, is there? 1% is equal to 9.3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, you see I'm just lining up the numbers to then add. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes. 7 threes is 21. Alright, so carry the 2 underneath to add on to whatever this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nines is 63, 64, 65, 65.1. So if we add those two numbers together now, this one and this one, alright, what we've got is 37%. Okay, because that was 7%, and I didn't write that there, did I? Should have done, really. Alright, 7% is equal to 65.1. Yeah, so we've got 279 plus 65.1, and that's going to be 9 plus 5 is 14, and that's 13, 14, and that's 3. So 344.1. I told you it would take some time, alright? It is the safest way to do things, though, without a calculator. Alright, but it's unlikely you get an awkward question like that if you don't have a calculator to use. Okay, but it's possible. It could happen. You know, there you go. That's that one. Right, let's have a look at the third and final question in this one. So this is Vaz, and Vaz is buying a motorbike for £8,500. He pays 20% as a deposit and pays for the rest in 34 equal monthly payments. How much does he pay each month? So, contextual problem, something that, you know, you might be doing one day. Buying a motorbike, don't buy a motorbike, dangerous things. Had an accident on a motorbike when I was younger. Broke my kneecap. Very painful. So, yeah, don't ride motorbikes, kids. Now, Vaz is buying this motorbike for £8,500. He pays 20% as a deposit and pays for the rest in 34 equal monthly payments. Get those words clear in your head. What's happening here? He's paying 20% as a deposit. That means that he's paying 20% of this quantity here already. He's going to pay it off straight away, right? So, let's work that out. So 10% of £8,500 is equal to, if you just divide it by 10, 850 quid. Alright, so that means that 20% is double that. It's 2 lots of 10, isn't it? Alright, so that's going to be £1,700. £1,700. Alright, so there's the amount that he's paid straight away. Right, the rest of it, he's paying for 34 equal monthly payments. So the first step was to work out 20%, done. Second step is to then take that away from the 8,500. So 8,500 minus the 1,700. It's going to give us 15 take away 7 is 8, and 7 take away 1 is 6. £6,800 to divide by 34. So £6,800 divided by 34. There's our next thing that we need to do. Oh, that was a minus symbol, wasn't it? So there's our, I'm mucking this up with the workings out, aren't I? Right? There we go. There was our first thing that we did. There was our second thing that we did. This is our third thing that we're doing, right? So 6,800 divided by 34. We can divide both those numbers by 2, all right, just to make them a bit smaller. So 17 on the bottom and 3,400 on the top, which is a bit nicer because I now can see that 17 fits into 34 twice. So that answer is going to be 22. No, what am I talking about here? It's not going to be. It's going to be done in the bus stop. Let's do it properly. 17 does not fit into 3. 17 fits into 34 twice. 17 doesn't fit into 0. And 17 doesn't fit into 0. 200. £200 each month is what Vaz has to pay for his motorbike if he's paying for it over 34 months, and he's paid off 20% of it already. Okay, and that is something that you might have to figure out in your own lives or something similar at some point. Hope that's made sense to you. My tone's gone very low and somber for some reason. I'm not sure why. Take care of yourselves. Look after one another. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you watch another one. Bye bye.